With this episode, I'll try to help you crush this year and be the best version of you. The absolute best thing that you can do is work on yourself, work on your character, and therefore you'll be the best to others. When you are the best for yourself, you can be better for others. Hey, what's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to the Stay Sore podcast. I'm your host, Bo Skitsko, and in today's episode, I thought I'll try something new. Instead of sitting, I'll stand up and be a little bit more energetic. Now, this is the first episode of the year, so Happy New Year. I hope you're gonna crush this year. That being said, it doesn't matter if you listen to this in the beginning of the year, the middle of the year, or the end of the year. This is gonna be relevant and important no matter when, because you deserve to be better. The most important thing to become a better version of you, the strongest, the fittest, the healthiest, the biggest mindset, the strongest mentally, is always the little things that add up over a big time. What I mean is, let me give you an example. If somebody offers you $1 million or the chance of getting one penny and then having that penny double its own sum over the next 30 days, which one would you choose? $1 million or a penny that doubles itself over the next 30 days? Tell me. Now, compounding interest is so important, because that $1 million, or let's just say that one penny, in 30 days becomes over $5,300,000. So there's no one big secret. There's no $1 million. Instead, that little penny, those little habits that double themselves over time, those little habits build up a way better, bigger, stronger picture of you if you apply those little habits. There's no big secret that will help with all your life's problems, but little habits that will improve you and therefore make you better for others throughout your life. I want to give you 6 little things that you can improve in yourself. All you have to do is choose one out of those 6 options and work on it. Just one. Don't try to fix everything. Pick one that is closest to your goals, closest to your struggles. Improve that. Make that this year, make that the best habit you have built. And then after you have mastered that, pick the next one. And if you don't choose one of those 6, leave down in the comments below which ones you're actually going to choose. Maybe something else that I didn't talk about. I want to know and to share with others so we can all grow together. Let's go. So the first one, and probably the most important habit that you can work on, is stop breaking your own word. Your word needs to mean something. You are good enough for your words to have a weight, a meaning. A promise is a promise. Doesn't matter if you give the promise to someone or to yourself. Far too often I see my clients, my friends, and just people lie to themselves. If you lie to someone else, they can call you out on that, or not call you out, which is even worse, and then just perceive you as somebody who has no integrity, right? But lying to yourself is very comfortable, because excuses sound usually good enough, and we believe our own excuses to get away with an easier, softer life, and therefore then feel like we're a failure because we didn't achieve the things we were dreaming about. So let's stop lying to ourselves and to others. Your word needs to mean something. If you say you're gonna wake up 5 minutes earlier, you will do that. Don't lie to yourself. If you say, I will not snack after lunch or after dinner or whatever, stop doing that. Just don't. If you say, I'm gonna do 10 heavy repetitions and you stop at 8.5, stop lying to yourself. Even if you finished at 8.5 and you physically couldn't do number 9, that's okay. Walk away, shake it off, recover, go underneath the bar and do 1.5 more to finish at 10 reps, because you promised. You made a decision. Your word needs to weigh something. In the gym, in the kitchen, or in the business world, in real life or relationship life, if your word means something, people will perceive you differently. If you say something, you will do it, because you are worth being believed to. You're worth it. You are strong enough. You are good enough to have a weight to your word. Your word is the absolute 100% truth. So when you say something, you do it. So the next habit I want you to think about, maybe potentially adapting to your everyday life to level up, is 20 minutes a day of reading. Reading will grow your brain cells, your neurotransmitters that connect between the different cells in your brain, will make them be more creative and more focused, linear. So many people are distracted these days. You have the noise on your phone, the noise on your tablet, the noise on your computer, the noise on your TV screen. A book that you will physically read page after page, smell the pages, feel the pages. You will be able to focus on that one task. Very, very stress relieving, anxiety relieving, right? So pick 20 minutes a day and read a book. There's different ways you can go about it. You can read a fiction book to just disconnect from your everyday life. Just connect to a different story, a different character, calm you down before sleep, for example, right? Maybe you want to grow spiritually. Read a spiritual book like a Bible or something, right? Or you can read a textbook, nonfiction stuff to learn a new skill. I love reading. Reading is growing me and teaching me to focus on one task while relieving my anxiety. 20 minutes of reading. I bet you can find 20 minutes. Turn off the TV, get a book. It will give you so much more than just that flickering screen causing anxiety. A real physical book. The fun thing is, if you read for 20 minutes a day, you'll end up reading 7,300 minutes throughout the year, or even better, over 120 hours worth of reading. You can learn a new skill, a new job, a new language. You can learn ways to relieve anxieties and depressions. If you read those kinds of books, you can grow spiritually, grow your relationship through reading relationship advice books, right? There's so many things you can transform into different people because you read a story about a different character. There's so many things that books will provide you. 20 minutes a day is not that much, but again, compounding interest. It will grow to so many more skills. So 20 minutes a day, try it. All right, the third tip or the third habit I want you to potentially adapt, and again, just start with one, pick one and grow from there. But the third one has something to do with controlling your appetite. Now, there's a reason why pretty much every major religion in the world existing today has something about controlling your appetite. Because if you can't control your appetite, you can't control your temptations. If you can't control your temptations, you cannot control your life, period. Learn to control your appetite. Don't be the appetite controlling you, because then you have already lost. Not just in food. That's just a little part that opens up the window to what your life is actually, right? So control your appetite, and therefore, no snacking after dinner. Can you do that for a whole year? No snacking after dinner. You're done with dinner, that's it. Only water if you're thirsty, nothing else. That will not only help you lose weight, which is kind of the biggest thing. People snacking, watching TV and snacking. You don't have to eat when you watch TV. Who came up with that nonsense idea? It's just a way of making more money. You see commercials on TV where people eat pizza or burgers or chips, and all of a sudden you're hungry. You weren't hungry 2 seconds ago. Why are you hungry now? Control your appetite. If you learn to control your appetite, you will get so much closer to controlling the outcome of your life. Control your appetite, no snacking after dinner. All right, the fourth habit I want you to think about is no more snooze button. That simple. No more snooze button. Do never ever hit the snooze button. Imagine this. This is the first task you have in your day. The first big thing, decision, challenge you have throughout the whole day ahead of you. If you lose that first decision, if you mess up that first decision, if you fail with the very first task, the very first second of your day, what does that set you up for? Without even opening your eyes and taking your first few deep breaths of waking up, you're already failing. You are a failure. Why would you set yourself up for that? Besides, just common sense. You're not sleeping more. You're not resting more. You're just laying there miserably, not wanting to get up and kind of faking sleep. You're not getting anything out of it. Get up and get about your day. Or set up the alarm clock for 5 minutes later and actually stay asleep 5 minutes longer, but then the alarm clock goes on, you wake up, go ahead. If you wake up, that's already the first task of you winning and setting your day up for winning and not being a loser, not being a failure. Don't fail the first second of your day. What kind of day is that if you fail from the get-go? No more snooze button. All right, we talked about time. Now let's talk about something very important to pretty much 100% of people on this earth. Money. How about you learn to control money? Most Americans live from paycheck to paycheck. Here's my challenge to you. Can you save, or even better, invest $10 a day? That's skipping like one major big Starbucks coffee drink or two smaller ones, right? That's the same as not buying a cheap lunch at a fast food place, but actually making your food at home and saving those $10. $10 a day can go a long way. For example, if you invest $10 a day into the stock market, not knowing absolutely anything about the stock market and just putting it into an index fund, you will end up with $160,000 in 20 years by absolutely having no clue how the stock market works. Quick disclaimer, this is not financial advice, just food for thought. Even the safest investments have still a teeny tiny bit of risk involved, but that being said, that one is pretty safe. It's $10 a day. Does that sound unrealistic? I think most of us can do that. Some a little easier, some a little more challenging, but most of us can do that. Just $10 a day. Learn to save. Learn to say no to the non-important things. And that will already get you ahead. Not just mentally learning how to control your desires of purchasing things you don't even need in the first place, but also making you better off financially. Why not? And habit number 6 I would love for you to adapt to your everyday life is obviously, well, I'm a gym owner, right? I'm a personal trainer. I change lives for a living through exercise. The exercise builds confidence. Confidence builds a better life. You start believing in yourself and crushing your dreams and your life in general and being on top of it rather than situations controlling you. It goes so much deeper than just losing weight or building muscles. But the 6th habit will be commit to at least 3 workouts a week. And I mean workouts. And I mean you're gonna sweat, you're gonna get sore. It doesn't have to be a whole hour or two. 20 to 30 minutes a week. Can you promise me you're gonna do that? Either here in my gym with me together, sweating, huffing, puffing with funny, silly dad jokes, or at home. I have on my YouTube channel videos, free videos you can do from home workouts. There's millions of other great produced workout videos on YouTube if you don't want to pay. If you need like a structured plan, pay for a workout program online. There's hundreds and thousands of them. If not, find a trainer. Best case scenario, you're gonna hire me. If not, someone else. 3 times a week, you're gonna get sore, you're gonna get sweaty, and you're gonna love it. Maybe not the first week or two, maybe not the first month even, but I promise you, if you stick to it, you're gonna love it because you're gonna love the person who you become. And here's my challenge for you. Pick one of these 6 habits, just one, and start with one, and master it. You be the master of your life. And after that, pick the second one. If these 6, which should be pretty broad, there's money, there's time, there's integrity, right? If not these 6, let me know in the comments below what you created for yourself, which habit you're gonna stick to throughout the year to crush this year and make it the best year you can. I hope this was helpful, motivational, or I hope I actually managed to call you out. Stay sore, guys. Be the best you can be. Love you, and see you in the next one. Peace out.